How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zeno here, bringing you guys a brand new One Piece episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about episode 759 that just came out this weekend. Guys, holy snap, this episode was wonderful. Wonderful in a sense, because this episode was a little bit more dark when it comes to the recent episodes that we've been showing. And of course, you know, I would say the author was actually giving a lot of exposition towards, I would say, the anime episode towards this one, because you know, all the episodes that were leading up to this actual episode itself was actually more of introduction as to what's going to happen in the Soul arc. And that's what I was excited, guys, because we finally got to see Jack for who he was, that monstrous being, that villain that he actually is. And we actually got to see Inurashi and Nekomamushi in action, guys, in this episode. And I was so excited when I got to see these two characters face off against freaking Jack, guys. Holy snap, when I read them in the freaking manga, guys, I was so hyped, I was so excited, and just to see them in action was just brilliant, guys. I love the way the animation studio is working on this. It's very good. The only downside is that, yes, it's a little bit slow when it comes to action, because you know, I could see that they actually were waiting for this episode, because if they showed parts of this episode in the previous episode, this fight would have been done quickly, because this whole entire episode was just pure fighting, I swear. Oh man, Jack against Inurashi, oh my god, it was so intense. You literally see Inurashi, literally, this merciless dog was literally giving Jack a second chance. He was literally telling him, no, we don't have the ninja Raizo. No, Jack, leave us at peace. You can look for him wherever you want. Just leave us at peace. Do whatever you gotta do. Just don't harm this city. I love the way that Inurashi was actually telling Jack. But Jack seems to be that he doesn't like power plays. He did not like that power play that Duke was actually giving him, because the Duke was basically saying, you know, I own this core, you're nothing. Like, he's basically implying that he's stronger than Jack. And yes, it really was implied that Jack was actually weaker than Inurashi throughout the whole entire time. It's just that it was something was off. Jack's stamina is very strong. He's got a very adorable stamina, an adorable defense. You know, he could take a pummel in his ancient zone form, you know. Inurashi just sliced and slabbed, did his electro, everything that everybody was hoping for. Even took him down, but still, nothing. I mean, this character does not want to go down. Jack really did not want to go down, and I was excited seeing that. I love the dialogue between these two characters, because it's showing the great exposition of this arc, guys. It's showing just how dark it's gonna get in the following episodes. Now, I personally read the manga for One Piece because I love reading One Piece, and I'm caught up to where I believe in the next arc itself. But I'm not gonna spoil anything for this whole entire arc for this one. But like I said, all I'm gonna say is for all those anime lovers and viewers is that this arc itself is very dark and very important. You cannot miss anything in this arc. You know, this arc is not actually filler. That's the thing about this arc. It's all actually canon to the story itself, which is hilarious, because you know, there's nothing is going on right now in these episodes, don't get me wrong, but trust me when I say trust me, it's gonna get only better right now. Now that Jack is actually now in the city, destroying everything, we got to see that Inurashi's strength. His strength was so, oh my god, I was just excited when I was waiting for the part where Jack was actually gonna pummel Inurashi, and you literally see Inurashi grab his trunk and just throws it to the side. Oh man, I was excited, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this episode was very exciting. And let's not forget, oh my god, Nekomamushi coming in the following part. I swear, I love the way they did the exposition, because you know, they're actually showing the way that the minks are actually in control of the fight. If you saw carefully, they actually are in control of the fight, guys. If you look at it carefully, Jack's men are actually having trouble being in the kingdom itself, guys. Just look at it. You know, they're having trouble. You know, they're doing divide and conquer. That's the way I see that Jack's gipsters. That's the way that they're doing. They're just literally divide and conquer. Boom, boom, attack, 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 attack. But they have a strong endurance. Now, the way that I've been seeing this, it just looks like the fact that it just literally looks, now that I'm seeing anime, because you know when I read it, I was actually focused on more of the important battles, but now that I'm seeing it, it just looks like, it literally looks like the minks are actually on the defensive. They're not really advancing forward, which is kind of weird because they are really strong, but it just doesn't make any sense why they aren't advancing forward. Probably because they're trying to save the citizens at the same time, so they're kind of like at a standstill, saving citizens and trying to fend off against Jack. Because you know they're kind of killing two birds with one stone. But when Nekomamushi comes in, oh, that's a whole different story, guys, and I was purely excited. Purely excited, guys. Purely excited. When Nekomamushi came in, woo! He turned the tables on Jack. Oh! He freaking suplexed that. He freaking suplexed him. I swear. That was so hilarious, man. I bet you every anime viewer was just like, what? Like, this little tiny cat was just playing. Like, even he was just kind of doing this typical cat thing where they kind of gnaw at their hand and kind of lick themselves. I was gonna think like, oh my god, this powerful adversary right here, Nekomamushi, is just playing with Jack. But the thing is, now that Nekomushi's came out, it's gonna get a little bit darker, guys, because it actually shown that, you know, now that Jack has shown his actual form, his actual human form, he got out of the ancient form. Now he's actually gonna go on the offense, or apparently go on the offense, because apparently that he thought the mammoth form would probably take everything on, but apparently it's not. And you know, the thing about this episode, guys, that I found also more hilarious, Beppos and Law's crew were actually in this episode. Granted, they were only there for just a couple of minutes, but it's still hilarious to see that Beppos' crew finally came out, and he's part of the Nekomamushi crew. That's what I was excited about. Freaking excited. The only downside that they're probably gonna show everything off panel of them fighting with it, but they're gonna mostly focus on Nekomamushi and Inurashi fighting the freaking Jack's men. That's what I think that Oda was trying to convey in this arc itself, guys. That's what I'm thinking too. But like I said, this arc itself is very wonderful, guys. Like I said, do not miss a single beat off this episode. It's very important you guys do not miss anything off this. And like I said, Nekomamushi taking care of business. And you know what's funny about Jack, guys? They actually finally showed Jack's bounty in this episode. I was wondering when they were going to show it. I believe they showed it when it was in the manga. It was earlier, but when they showed it in this episode, it was actually quite interesting. Because the way that they kind of, one of the gifters, one of Jack's men basically, was actually describing him, kind of like giving him like the foot on the pedestal. It was so hilarious the way that the gifter was going at. And by the way, the gifters in this episode were very meticulous. You know, the way that the gifters are going at, it's very interesting, guys. I didn't quite look at it when I was reading the manga, but look at the gifters, guys. Look at the gifters. Notice that the gifters, they have the artificial zone fruit. Yes, they do, guys. You know, it's quite there's that, just if it defies logic, they have something else, but they ate the artificial devil fruit. But notice the artificial devil fruit user, guys, they don't do full body transformations. They do certain parts, which are like their hands, their heads, their, I would say their, like, you know, just like legs, you know, it only do like certain hands, you know, as to oppose an actual devil fruit, they do a full body transformation. You know, you don't see an actual devil fruit user make a wolf's head pop out in his hand. That's the thing about the artificial devil fruits. Maybe that's why the artificial devil fruits are probably a little stronger than the regular, but we don't know that for sure because we haven't seen these two type of devil fruit users clash together. Now that is interesting, though. It is interesting to see that, like I said, the artificial devil fruit users are actually coming out more in this arc, and that's what I'm loving, man. I'm loving what's going on in this arc, guys. I'm loving it. I'm loving the way they introduced Nekomamushi. I'm loving that they should be showing how Nekomamushi and Inurashi fight. It's so hilarious. Two very completely different characteristics of characters. Nekomamushi is more of that strict and firm and very, I would say, bashful character that's in your face kind of actor. You know, he acts more like a warden, like how they kind of explain it. He acts like a warden there. Versus Inurashi, he acts more like a king, you could kind of say. He acts more with more polite gestures, you know. He's more merciful as to Nekomamushi. Nekomamushi seems like the battle-oriented person. It seems Nekomamushi actually seems stronger than Inurashi because of the fact that even Nekomamushi was actually explaining to Jack that it seems that, you know, so you didn't heed the warnings of, you know, the freaking dog. And I was laughing at the fact that, you know, like, oh wow, you know, even though these two characters hate each other, you know, they at least respect each other. And it seems to be that Inurashi was actually just basically warning Jack, hey man, we got somebody else on our hands. Like I said, This episode is very entertaining, guys. Very, very entertaining. I love every bit of this episode, guys. I'm hoping that you guys love this episode. But let me know down in the comments below, guys. What are you guys' thoughts on this episode? What are you guys' favorite part was? Who's your favorite? I would say Mink King, Inurashi or Nekomamushi. I actually like Inurashi more for the fact because he has that gentleman kind of demeanor in himself. I love that. I love that about Inurashi. Or do you guys like Nekomamushi, who's more meticulous when he's actually going against in a conversation? Like I said, guys, two very different complete characters. You know, they really are one day and one night. You know, two very different characters. But like I said, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this anime episode. What are you guys' thoughts on the next episode, as we're going to see more of Nekomamushi fighting. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more One Piece content or anime content for this channel. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing